I literally made this house so long ago, but it was around. Well, when I made it, it would have been posted on International Women's Day. And, I was like, I'm not gonna post this on International Women's Day. Um, for many reasons. I mean, for the most part, it's a pretty normal older lady's home. She just has a grandson who's a little, unique, we shall say. Has, yet to fly from the nest. I do have quite an obsession with, making homes in The Sims that are very familiar. You know, like much older homes that kind of remind me of my great-grandma's house and my grandma's house. Because those places are just so much more homey feeling. And I also wanted to make a gaming room, like a room to play D&D in, all because of the little Simsies pack that came out. Not pack, well, stuff pack. I can't remember really. I filmed this so long ago and I just had it in the folder for so long. Because I just feel so... It's weird. Man. I gave the house lore that it didn't need. I'm acting like this is the worst build ever made, but it's not. It's just... Well, since it was so long ago, it's not like... Now I'm looking at it, and it's not as good. I mean, I like the laundry room. I always like the laundry rooms. Those are pretty fun to make. But, I'm not really good at building. I try my best, though. I just have small ideas that I try to do. So I cook with at least one room. But for the most part, this house was made for just the gaming room. I'm probably one of the few people who actually use the horse wrench pack pretty frequently. Because their stuff just looks more used. My favorite style of building is making houses that look lived in and pretty old. More wear and tear compared to like everything that looks just so clean. But I like stuff that looks like the Sims actually live there and not just like a museum that they're walking around in. And as per usual, I try to add in as many photos that look, you know, like family photos as possible. And also as many posters as possible. But anyway, I had an idea to make the llama game in The Sims kind of like the, you know, the long table would just stick two of them together. That way, The Sims actually technically play at the table. And, you know, the D&D stuff is just for decoration. I did recently, for my own personal, like, actual Sim that I play with in her house, I did recreate the game table. And for that one, for the little pieces, I used those collectible characters in the game. So I think that looks a little bit more detailed. I just like shrunk them down a lot more. But like I said, this build is months ago. I literally told my friend about this build and, you know, the cursed parts about it. And so I'm mainly posting it for them. The only thing I hate though is that I try to, make it lived in and there's all this clutter around. But then when I play the game, the Sims can't even get around it, so I have to find out what very specific pieces in the way, and it's just... I mean, considering how many times Sims glitch through things, you'd think, they would get around the very simple piece of clutter that I have around. But no, they gotta make it complicated. My cat literally won't stop attacking me. I have the neediest cats in the world. I did also try to make the grandma kind of like a cool grandma. For this build also, the phones, the decor phones, were really nice to use too, because it just added character to the build too. Cat ASMR now. I literally have like an hour's worth of My Little Pony speed draws that I also have in just my folders. But I'm posting this instead to get it out. Priorities, man. I had to stop recording my voice for a while because I went to work. And then I started drinking an energy drink. With 200 milligrams of caffeine, and I feel it. I feel like Pinkie Pie, how she probably feels on a daily basis. So now I'm gonna try and knock out doing a bunch of videos that I have in the folder that I just haven't touched because absolutely no motivation to make videos. I might die. I'll be honest, this video is not good in the slightest. I just want to get it out. I should have posted this a lot sooner, because then I would have felt more passionate about it, but I don't. It's old. But the concept of a grandma and her incel grandson is just so funny not to share. To be frank, when I make a build in The Sims, I feel like it's much better when I don't record it. Versus when I do record it, there's more pressure, and it's just like not as impressive. The only time I feel like I did well was my Phantom of the Opera inspired opera house. And even that wasn't like the greatest, but it was a lot, and that video really was a lot. It took up so much space and time. Even in the Sims, when you play on it, it is so slow because it's such a large build. I don't get how energy drinks are legal. I feel like I could meet God right now without energized, I feel. The first time I ever drank an energy drink was those Mountain Dew ones, and it was so I could be more awake for my 8 o'clock class, my English class. And I literally felt like I was gonna leave this world. And ooh, it didn't feel good. But anyway, I also include the cast build because, this is the one time where I actually had a plot for the build, and even included some... I didn't actually play through this household. I just made them and ditched them. But letting them live out went a little crazy. Because they really lived up to their, what I made them. A pretty simple lot and pretty simple characters, which they're pretty effective for, if you just want to expand the world. I did like building a house that I had characters in mind for them. It kind of gave more characteristics, more personality to put into the house. I got to think about what would make this house a home for a character. This was even the one time I put one of the pet cats into one of those sweaters, because that makes a lot of sense for someone who would be kind of a crazy cat lady. Maybe once her grandson finally moves out. Speaking of, I was just simply trying to record the whole house and bro was showering in the rain. I don't even know. I feel like it's one of the characters. I'm too hyped up on energy drinks to... I don't know if that's a character trait or if all Sims will randomly do that if it's raining. Anyway, the game room, I guess. It's actually pretty good. From the last time I saw it. It makes the most sense. I even tried to make it look like an old basement. I also had the bathroom, which is really hard to record when it's like 3 blocks wide. Honestly, I would have probably just been happier if I just posted the whole bottom section of this. Because the upstairs is nice, but the downstairs is really where I cooked. I clearly don't know how to feel since I made this probably half a year ago. I don't remember when the International Women's Day was. And the reason that I didn't want to post it on that day. Anyway, I'll go back to ponies.